One of the best things about doing things 15 times, because you didn't get it right the first 14, is you're operating off of hindsight. And there's no better teacher than experience, right? All right, I'm going to take this back off. Earlier in this video, anyway, I'm not sure where this is I'm going to cut and section and edit and patch. Anyhow, in there, I put an oil pump on, and I noticed I had something missing. Well, that's this right here. So I'm going to pull that back off of here. But I'm also, once I'm in there, I had an SD card corrupt on me with part of the process of putting an oil cooler on this Excelsior Henderson. And it was a vital part. It was where there's a plug you have to put in there to plug a passageway in order to get the oil not to run through that passageway, but to take an alternate route through the oil cooler. Having bombed all that to begin with, I'm going to try to righten that up now. There we go. All right, now let's try not to break something, damage nothing, lose anything. Seriously? All right, now flip that around. Right there. You see that bad rascal? Yeah, she's missing. So it's a good thing that I did pull this back apart, because it's got some problems. Well, most of the problem is me, I guess. Now, I don't have to pull this back off of here per se to put that other 5th bolt in here that was missing, but I'm going to pull it back off of here. To show you. Now let's see if I can find it. Seeing right in there. Right in there is a plug that needs to be screwed in to block that passageway. And then, if you can see it, there's a down tube right here. And that hole, that passage, comes right down outside the block where, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. Right back in there is that 90-degree hydraulic hose, or yeah, right here, right there. Don't forget about that. That's part and parcel of doing this. It's got a couple pieces out of it or whatever. This right here, that fits in there. Take a look at the bushing, see if it's chewed up. If you got an original, you should probably replace it. This one was spewing parts, pieces and chunks, so it's a good idea to check that real good. I'll bring you back once I figure out what I'm doing. Here's 3 O-rings, 1, 2, 3. There's also a 4th one that goes here, but that's on the cover. That's on a stem that sticks out of the cover. I'm going to put that in when the cover goes back on. I wanted to find out, since when I pulled this out, this axle, which is hollow here, that this gear rides on for the other oil pump, whether this needed to be timed up. Well, I just found that out today. It does not. I didn't believe that there was any kind of interference or this needed to be timed in any particular way, but I wasn't sure. So again, I got a hold of one of the experts, and he told me that no, it doesn't need to be timed. I was just afraid that it was interference if some way, and if it interfered, to go through all this to have a pile of scrap iron at the end would definitely take the wind out of my sails, if you know what I mean. All right, now let's think. Yep. All right, the diagram that they gave me with this oil cooler, it looks like they've changed the format because it's a different bracket. This bracket's already attached on there. It's telling you how to attach the bracket, and then it says do not use or is not used, crossed out. Somebody wrote it in by hand. The bracket that's already attached to this oil cooler seems to me right here, it doesn't show you on there where it attaches, but me sizing it up, it looks like it goes to this lower motor mount bolt, because they give you a bolt that's longer. Top one here, same thing on the other side. That one goes in that one right there. And these two things go in the hole across this whatever cross member. They go in there. So since it's whatever outdated directions and whatever, we're gonna fly by the seat of our pants and come along for the ride. Maybe you can learn too. I don't know how many people are even gonna still be doing this, like working on these to put one on the road, like doing the updates anymore, because most of the ones that have been done, the people that are doing it are usually hardcore, die-hard, whatever, Excelsior people. So they're probably already done, or they've done it, and then the motorcycles they have, it's already finished. But here we go, learning experience. I'm going to back this out and get ready. I may need to put a jack underneath this. I don't know how much this is going to sway. If it does, if that motor drop down a little bit, maybe it won't. So I'll shut my mouth here. See if we can't get that out of there. Well, we got the process, and drop that too. Okay, got the process started. Here's bolt one. Like I said, bottom of the mount. This bracket comes back in, give you a new bolt. Nice. Now I got to get that nut on there yet, but this will be easier with this thing not hanging crooked. Now there's bolt number two. That's at the bottom. And when you put this on the left hand side, which is, yes, the left hand side of the bike, as you sit on it, don't forget that ground wire has to go behind this under the nut. I don't know exactly. I just ran the wiring for the switch up here somewhere. I'll figure that out once I get this attached. I want to get this attached and get it plumbed in. Next, I'm going to go over there and put the nut on the back side of that one on the other side. Be back. Now, there we go, down to the bottom. All right, I got it now, I think. The right combination of bullshit to make it happen. This bad jammy right here, and then this bad jammy right behind there. Now for the plumbing. Now what did I say? Yeah. The elbow goes to the left side. That's the elbow being the 90 goes, well, it goes to the motorcycle, but it goes on to the left side as you sit on the motorcycle. I'm guessing, I don't know if this is whatever, bi-directional, omnidirectional. Pain in the ass. All right. Spin the nipple. Tremendously helpful if I could see, but we don't worry about shit like that, do we? Okay. This is the port directly below that internal plug that comes with the kit that I showed you before. The one that has a hex head or an Allen key. Earlier in the video. Okay. Not too tight. Now let's see if I can do that with the other one too. Right there, see that hole? Okay. Now she got to go O-ring in. La 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 la. Coming through. You are an asshole. Couldn't imagine doing this for a living. All right. Ugh. Second nipple in. Now, do I know what I'm doing? Hell no. All right. Back to where this is the vertical one, some way like I did. Let me see. Does we got a fit? We do got a fit. We do. Okay. All right, I'm gonna say snug. And we're gonna leave it that way. Don't mean to be poking you in the face, but things is kind of close around here. And to let everybody know, you're going to need 3 hands to do this. Let's see if I can reach that from up here now that I got it started. Nope. That ain't going to work neither. It ain't. You might could make yourself a little wrench. You'd have to sacrifice 11/16. Okay, scoot over. There we go. All right. All right. This coupler's in. This coupler's in. Right there. She's attached down low in the front. She's attached up high in the front. Here. There's that. Now, not sure where this is going to go. No idea. This being the switch. All right, I'll bring you back here in a second. All right, so we got her mounted on the front. Pipes all hooked up. Everything's ready to go. I'm not going to run her yet because I don't have the tank back, but that should be coming maybe next week. That tank should be back here. They're supposed to mail it out Monday. I think I said that already. But Okay, just turn the ignition on. We got power. See, there we go. Headlight. And this plugged right in up here in this harness. I'm guessing this is the right one. If it's not, I'll find one later, but there it is. So I should have a working oil cooler. I'll figure out where to put this. I don't know if I'll be able to mount this right here. It's a possibility. Under that tank, I'll have to see how the tank dopes down or how that bracket comes. I don't remember exactly. Regardless, I will find a way to do it, but it is hooked up. It is in place. And there we go. Hopefully with, maybe by November, I'll have this thing running. I was hoping September, but I dragged my ass too much a little bit on some things, and I had other things I had to take care of. But that looks pretty good. I don't think I'll need to tie them hoses up. And if anybody sees this and sees that I did anything wrong, you know, you professional types would have been doing this a lot longer than me, because I'm stumbling through half blind here. Let me know. Thanks for watching.